skills built, the networks formed, and the lessons learned. Most people see the finished product, the successful business, and think that's where the story begins. But the truth is, the successful business is the result, not the starting point. So many people jump straight into an idea e-commerce store, a dropshipping business, a coaching service with no skills, no plan, and no real idea how to solve a problem that someone is willing to pay for. They think a business is just an idea. That's not building a business. That's just playing a very expensive game of make-believe. You don't get rich by simply having a business idea. You get rich by becoming the kind of person who can run a successful business. And you become that person by following a clear, strategic path. So let's talk about that path. It's a 6-step roadmap that if I were starting over today, I would follow to the letter. So if I were in your position, working a regular job, maybe even a student, dreaming of financial freedom and a different life, here's the roadmap I would follow. Forget about business ideas for a moment. This isn't about business. This is about building you. The first step on this journey is to ditch the phrase, follow your passion. It's lazy advice that's led countless people down a broken path. What if your passion is watching Netflix? Or building intricate sandcastles? What if you simply don't have one? A starving artist is passionate, but they're not financially free. Instead of searching for a passion, let's find your superpower. What are you naturally good at? What do people always come to you for help with? What tasks do you do better or faster than others without even trying? I learned this the hard way. My passion was flying planes, but a little thing called poor eyesight put a stop to that dream early on. I could have wasted years trying to chase it. Instead, I got brutally honest with myself and looked at my skills. I realized my superpower wasn't in the cockpit. It was in my ability to talk to people. My social skills were my secret weapon, so I leaned into it. I found a way to make money with the skills I already had. Your natural talent is your moneymaker. Instead of starting from scratch with a passion you don't have, find the skills you already possess. This is your foundation. You can use these innate abilities to fix the money issue first, and then once you're financially stable, you can chase any passion you want. As the famous investor Ray Dalio says, you have to find your game, and I couldn't agree more. Identify what you're good at, because it's much easier to improve on what's already there than to start from zero. I know we're told to escape the matrix and quiet quit, but that's a dangerous mindset. Your current job is not a prison. It's a free hands-on paid internship in the business world. You're getting paid to learn. When I was a carpenter, I didn't just swing a hammer. I paid attention to how the boss managed his quotes, handled customer complaints, and designed a project from start to finish. I was learning project management, sales, and customer service, all crucial skills I'd need later. When I worked in a model shop, I didn't just stand behind a counter. I paid attention to the inventory system, the suppliers, the marketing, and the bookkeeping. I was learning sales, communication, and organizational skills. My job was a real-world, hands-on business course, and I was being paid to attend. This is not about being a suck-up. It's about being a student. Watch your boss, watch your colleagues, ask questions. How does the sales process work? What are the biggest complaints from customers? Why do they do things this way? Your job is a goldmine of information, and the lessons you learn on someone else's payroll are priceless and will save you from making those same mistakes later. You're getting an education, and in doing so, you are laying the groundwork for a business that won't fail. Your network is your net worth. It's a harsh truth, but people will make snap judgments about you. Your online and in-person image is everything. It's not about being fake or self-absorbed. It's about showcasing your natural talent from step one. You have to find a way to stand out, to be memorable. I learned this after a crushing defeat. I failed to qualify for a helicopter world championship. Instead of giving up, I found a loophole to attend as a coach. Then, after the final, I flew the first ever model helicopter firework display. It was insane, dangerous, and unforgettable. And it got me noticed more than the actual competition winners. 2 years later, when I qualified to compete, everyone already knew my name. That's the secret to networking. You have to be straight with yourself and your abilities. You have to take risks to stand out. But you also have to be genuinely interested in others. Ask questions. Listen. Most people are only interested in themselves. Be the exception, and you'll build relationships that can change your business forever. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. Build that trust now before you even have a business to sell. Remember those questions you were asking at your job? It's time to put them to use. Your old boss's problems are your business opportunities. Every complaint you hear, every inefficiency you notice, write them down. I started my successful chain of model shops because I meticulously documented all the problems I saw in the one I was working at. They had poor customer service, bad inventory management, and a terrible location. I used that information to build a business that completely dominated the market. Businesses are just a fancy way of saying problem-solving machine, and you're getting paid to find the problems, you're getting paid to learn what works and what doesn't. You're basically a secret consultant building up a priceless list of market research. So every time an issue comes up at work, keep a note of what the problem was and how it was solved. If it were a bad solution, write down how you would have fixed it. This is how you start to see the world not as an employee, but as an entrepreneur. Before you quit your job and start a business, you test it. This is your low-risk playground. A side hustle is a way to prove your idea works without taking on all the risk. I had a friend who wanted to start an e-commerce store, but was terrified of buying inventory that wouldn't sell. So he tested the idea by listing products he didn't even own. When the orders came in, he had proof that people would buy it. He refunded all the orders, but now he had a verified business idea. This is the minimal viable product, MVP mindset. You get a scrappy version of your idea out there and get feedback from the only people who matter, your customers. Measure everything. What works, what doesn't. This is how you refine your product and your business model before you bet everything on it. As the saying goes, what gets measured gets managed. Testing your idea could be as simple as asking users what they think of it in a Discord or a subreddit. It's worth remembering, though, that the opinions of those who matter most are the ones that buy your product, and you won't know who those people are until you start selling on a small scale. Often, you'll find that 80% of your results are due to 20% of your side hustle. Identify that top 20% and double down on it. So, is starting a business a mistake? Only if you do it without following these steps. By now, you're not a beginner. You're a seasoned professional who has found their talent, learned an industry from the inside, built a network of trust, found a problem, and proven a solution. You've already got a successful side hustle that's generating income. The world's biggest billionaires didn't get there with a side hustle. They got there by taking a proven, tested, and valuable side hustle and scaling it. A side hustle is for you, a business is for the world. Now that you've done the work, you have the proof you need. It's time to ask the ultimate question. How do I take this successful side hustle and deliver this value to more people? That's the difference between a side hustle and an empire. That's when you start a business, and that's how you get financial freedom. So stop listening to the gurus who say you can get rich in a month. It's a long game, but it's a game you can win if you play it smart and build a strong foundation first. If you'd like to be inspired with some side hustle ideas to test your theories, then check out this video here, and make sure to subscribe if you want to build wealth and learn from my journey. I'll see you in the next one.